Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista, here on YouTube, and today is Monday, May 22nd. Did you miss me? Hee hee. Yes, Bill and I returned from our 8-day cruise yesterday, and I am here to tell you all about it. So I am doing a voiceover because I saved all of the itineraries from the entire cruise and made notes on them, so I can remember to tell you stuff that happened during the trip. I am still working on Diamond Art Club's Tea Rose Fairy by Hannah Lynn. And you may see me, and I don't know if I'm going to do it in this video, you may see me try out the mesh rulers, because when I returned home yesterday, I got my new purse was in the mail, the Kate Spade purse that I got off eBay, so I will show you that in a future video. My Vera Bradley spandex pants were in there too, and I'm wearing them today. They are fantastic, so I absolutely love those, and I'll show those to you in a future video. And Bill also got me for my birthday a cross, a necklace. And again, the next time you see me face to face, I will show you that. I do have a couple of Diamond Art Club first looks to do, so you may not see me. I'm going to try to record all those today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I feel like I'm trying to do too much. But, yeah. So we left on Saturday, May 13th. My stepdaughter came and picked us up. We had to be at the port. Our check-in time was 2 o'clock. So she came and got us at 1, and we were there about a half hour early, but they let us check in. And what I didn't realize, I didn't print out our boarding passes. I didn't see any spot to say print them out. Luckily, they had staff on hand right there, and she was able to print them out, because I was like, oh my God, like already we're going to have an issue. But no. So we checked in, got on the ship. We were on the ship probably by 2 o'clock, and we weren't leaving Baltimore until 5. So we just were walking around, and the casino on a cruise ship, it can't be open when they're docked. Like, the ship has to be moving for it to be open. So we love playing in the casino. We had saved money all year to take with us to play. So we wanted to go check out the machines, because our room wasn't ready yet. Our bags weren't in there yet. And when we got in the casino, we're walking around, we meet our first person. And this guy was nice enough, and I saw him a couple times throughout the cruise. But right away, within like 2 minutes, he's telling us about his colonoscopy. And I was just like, what? Like, I don't even like know you, dude. But he walked away, and Bill and I looked at each other, and I'm like, here we go. Because Bill has this uncanny ability of just talking to people. He must give off like a pheromone or some aura or something for people to talk to him, because we were teasing, and we like to say that he picks up strays on a cruise. But yeah. So that very first day, we actually ate, they had like a Chinese buffet, and we had that for lunch, and that was actually pretty good, believe it or not. And then that night we went to dinner in the restaurant, which was also very good. And that night we did play a little bit of slots. Now, I'm going to just preface this by saying we spent all of our budget money for the casino, and we didn't bring back anything. I actually won pretty good on the last day, but it wasn't enough to like bring home. Do you know what I mean? We just kept playing because there really wasn't too much to do those last 2 days on the cruise. So we did go that night to the comedy club, and the comedians we saw were Bud Anderson. He was very funny. And that was the first day. I mean, the day one, you know, we unpacked all of our bags. Bill lived out of his suitcase. I unpacked everything. And I had a lot of stuff. I mean, for 8 days, it was OMG. And on the TV in the bedroom, we could get like 2 channels, and one of them was the Discovery Channel. So for the first couple of days of the cruise, we were watching Naked and Afraid when we were in the room. And you know, usually I sleep like crap on vacation. Bill and I both slept so good on this cruise. I don't know if it was because of the rocking of the boat gently, like rocking a kid to sleep. It was just, we slept so good. And I was so very grateful for that because, like I said, usually I sleep like crap. Now, I do get motion sickness and I was prepared. I wore the prescription patch behind my ear that you have to change every 3 days. But on the second day, I also decided to take a Dramamine in the morning, which I did. Now, it made me kind of sleepy, but that was okay. It wasn't, I did not get sick at all until the very last day. The boat was kind of rocky, but I still didn't get sick. You could just feel it. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So day 2, which was Mother's Day, Sunday, May 14th, when we were there was a dance class where they were teaching you the Thriller dance, Michael Jackson. So we sat there and watched that, and that was pretty entertaining. And we got up to get a drink, and I saw 2 women cross-stitching. I know. I couldn't believe it. So I told Bill, I said, I'm going to walk over there and say hi. And let me tell you, I am not someone like, when I'm home, I'll stay in my house all day. I am not particularly chatty with people that I don't know. A cruise atmosphere, if you have never been on a cruise atmosphere is very different than any other vacation. During a cruise, everyone talks to everyone. Like in the elevator, you say good morning, good evening, are you enjoying the cruise, blah, blah, blah. I talked to more people on this cruise than probably I've talked to in a year. So I walked over to these women and I said, oh my God, I had to come over because I saw you cross-stitching and I do that at home. And they looked at me kind of like I was a nut, but that's okay. And they were like, oh yeah. I said, oh, your projects are so pretty. And then I just walked away because they were probably very shocked. And I saw them like 2 more times during the cruise, which makes me think that they came together as friends and just stitched like the whole time. So those were the only people that I saw that did cross stitch. So that was pretty cool. And then we did the comedy club again that night, and another comedian came on, Murray Valeriano, and we saw Bud Anderson too because they have like 4 different shows and we went to all of them that night. They have like family friendly shows that are PG, and then they have an adult one where they can cuss, they can do whatever. And in the late evening one, this family of 37 people were on the ship and they were at this cruise show and they were like trying to scream at each other across the way. And the comedian stops what he's saying and is like, what the hell is going on here? So that family like hijacked that whole set because then he was talking to them and making jokes about them. And it was the oddest thing. But we also went and saw, they do 3 different shows, like the production crew does shows where they sing and they dance, and they're fantastic. And we saw one that night called The Brits, which it was a tribute to the British invasion. They had music from the Beatles, The Who, Herman's Hermits, the Rolling Stones. So good. The show is about 45 minutes. Those people work their asses off. Yes. Amazing. So we saw that. And then I'm trying to say, I have notes here. Really nice. I don't know what I wrote here. We played a blackjack machine, which we had a lot of fun on. We actually played for a long time on that night. And we did not go to dinner at the restaurant. We ate at the buffet, which actually was not very good. Breakfast buffet was not great either. A lot of people went to the breakfast in the the cruise ship restaurant, which we never did. I wound up every day, I had cereal for the rest of the trip. I was okay with that because they had Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Frosted Flakes, Cheerios. So I just got a big bowl. I mixed them all together. It was very good. But the coffee bar. So 2 days in, we discovered that I had a drink package on my card. meaning I got all my drinks for free. Alcohol, soda, juice, coffee. They have 2 coffee bars in the on the cruise ship, and I got a mochaccino, which was a cappuccino, but it had mocha flavoring in it, and so good. It was dark chocolate. Oh my God, the best coffee I've probably ever had. And I would get 2 or 3 of those a day. When Bill wanted a beer, I just got him one. So yeah, it was, and they had Gatorade. I drank 1 alcoholic drink the whole trip. I just was not feeling drinking alcohol. And I don't know if it was just because of me taking the Dramamine and I didn't think that those things would mix, but I just haven't really had much of a craving for having an alcoholic drink. And there was a ton of alcohol on that ship. I mean, a lot of people drank all the time. I mean, there were people that were getting Bloody Marys, at 7, 8 in the morning. Yeah, not me. Okay. Oh, and I also finished during the cruise, I finished 3 books because a lot of the time Bill would be in the pool. I would be on the deck sitting. I'm not a pool person. I'm not a water person. And I finished Frida McFadden's Ward D. I finished Kirsten Moglen's new book, Wait for Dark. Both of those fantastic. And then I just finished another book called The Starter Wife. Very, very good. If you are a friend of mine on Goodreads, you can see all of those books in my profile. So that was more reading than I had done in a long, long time. But we'll get to that because I had an issue with my Kindle app and I was like, oh no. So Monday, May 15th, we were still at sea. So we were at sea Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We were in ports Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So yeah, we went to karaoke at the Red Frog Pub. That was the name of the pub. And I had a pina colada there. And they have edible straws. I had never seen such a thing. So if you get a pina colada or something like that, you get a straw that tastes citrusy. And then if you got they had other frozen drinks that were like mudslides and stuff like that, you got a chocolate straw. So that was kind of cool. I had never seen that. So they had a pool that was for kids, for everybody, but then there was a pool that was just for adults. So when we went to the pool 2 or 3 days out of the trip, we went to the one for adults because they had this really nice seating area that was shady. So I would sit there, read my book. I could sit there all day. I didn't care. Bill got in the adult pool. So I went to spray sunscreen on him and I didn't realize how cold sunscreen is out of a can. And he was like crying, cringing. And I said, stop being a big baby. And this woman that was next to us started laughing. And I didn't realize though, it is like freezing when it comes out of those cans. Bill still got really burnt and he is peeling so bad right now. Me, I got a tiny bit of sun. Like I said, I was under an umbrella in the shade. I was rarely in the sun except when we were walking off the boat to get to these ports. I also bought a deck of cards in the gift shop. So when we were sitting by the adult pool, we were playing all kinds of cards, and we were playing War, which if you don't know what War is, you each put a card down. Whoever has the highest card takes it, and you're trying to get the entire deck. You play until one person has the whole deck, and it can take forever. Well, one of these times, Bill dropped a card down between the chairs, and I was like, really? So we were dying laughing at that because we had to move all the chairs back to get the card. But we met a really nice couple that actually lives right near us in our hometown. And they were really nice to talk to. Like I said, Bill talked to so many people. He just has that persona. He just gives off that vibe. So let's see, that day, karaoke. Again, we went to the comedy club that night. I have a note here that says smokers couple. Oh, yeah. Okay. There is a section up on deck 9 of the, where the pools are, that it's a smoking designated area. And even if you vape. So Bill has his vape and he's like, well, let's go over here so I can use my vape. So I sat down, and mind you, I don't smoke. I sat down and Bill was like, I'm going to go get a drink. I'll be right back. Well, the smoking area, it's limited, the seating. There aren't that many seats. So this couple came in and they said, do you mind if we sit with you? No. Okay. So I started talking to them. We were talking about the casino and all of that. And they were really, really nice people. And then Bill came over and we all sat there for a good bit talking. So they were really, really nice people. And they had another show, Motor City, which had 60s, 70s, and 80s. We didn't go to that one, though. And they also had a military appreciation gathering, too. They have a lot of, a ton of events. Like I said, we shopped they had a candy shop. We went in there. I bought some candy. Oh, my God. Okay, this is so funny. So I bought a push pop, which the candy tastes like a ring pop. If you've ever had a ring pop. So this push pop, where were we sitting? We were sitting in the theater. We were waiting for, I think, bingo to start. Now, when I remember a push pop, I remember you take the lid off and the candy comes out. It's like on a spring kind of, but it comes out a little bit at a time. I think mine was broken because, and mind you, I got strawberry flavor. The whole thing popped up and it was like 5 inches of candy. And when I licked on it, Bill was like, he busted out laughing because it looked, do I want to say sexual? Like, I said, oh my God, I can't eat this in public. Like, we laughed so hard. It was like a running joke the rest of the trip. I ate the candy in our room. Yeah, there was no way. But yeah, they had tons of trivia, which we didn't do this time. We did trivia on our previous one. But then on Tuesday was our first day at port, Tuesday, May 16th. We were at Half Moon Cay, which is their private island. So you had to take like a ferry boat sort of over to the island. We were there all day, and we decided to go for my birthday dinner on that day. We had sushi. It was so good. They have a sushi restaurant in the cruise ship. The beach was hot. It was hot. We're in the Bahamas. It's going to be hot. It was very, very hot. And that day I wasn't thinking ahead when we booked the cruise. I should have booked like a cabana or an umbrella. So I was sitting out in the sun on that day. I was putting sunscreen on like every 15 minutes. It was really, really hot. The water, crystal clear though, beautiful. Yeah. And that day, when we got back on the ship, we played Deal or No Deal. Now, it costs money to play these games. We paid, I want to say $50 for cards, but we actually wound up winning a free bingo package and $30 casino cash. I won $30 casino cash on that. So we did that, and then I have slot machine guy spilled beer. I don't remember what happened there. Again, we went to the comedy show. And then we also went to a love and marriage show, which it's almost like the Newlywed Game, and they had 3 couples up there, and it was really, really funny. Absolutely loved that. And then, okay, so when we got back on the ship, Bill was like, I went back to the room for some reason. I think I went back to the room to get my iPad, do something. And Bill was like, well, I'll meet you at the adult pool. Okay, great. Well, I wasn't realizing that all of these people coming back from the ship were taking the elevator. So I waited, no lie, 10 minutes for an elevator because every time the elevator opened, It was packed. And so finally I just said, F this. I'm gonna walk up 9 flights of stairs. No. Because our room was on the first floor, was on deck 1. I walked up 5 flights and was like, kill me now. And I found an elevator finally that I was able to take up to the 9th floor. And when I got in there, Bill was like, are you all right? I'm like, I'm dying. I'm dying because I walked up 5 flights of stairs. But yeah, no, again, another fun day. The time went by so quick. But yeah, it was such a fun time. So then Wednesday, May 17th, we were at Grand Turk. And this was where, now that night, okay, so Tuesday night, I finished a book, went to click on another book and was like, oh no, because I forgot with the Kindle app, you need to click on the books so they're downloaded there. Because remember, we didn't pay for the internet package because it would have been $50 a day and there was no way in hell I was doing that. So I was like, crap. So I said, well, I'm going to have to wait until we get to Grand Turk and maybe I can get off the boat and get Wi-Fi. And we did. So when we got off of the ship, the guys, the locals there are trying to sell you drinks, umbrellas, blah, blah, blah. Well, we knew I needed an umbrella because I would have cooked. It was hot, so hot. So this guy, we rented an umbrella and 2 chairs and we had free Wi-Fi. So I was able to get my phone and my iPad on Wi-Fi. So I must have clicked on 10 books. And I was also able to talk to Jill. I sent her a message. I was able to check email. I was able to do that kind of stuff. And so I wouldn't have so much when I came home to do. So while Bill was in the water, again, the water crystal clear. While Bill was in the water, I was on the beach, checking email, looking at Facebook, all that kind of stuff. I was so thankful to be able to have the Wi-Fi so I could get my books though. Okay. Oh, lip balm. So I'm a fanatic about having sun protection on my lips because when I was in middle school, I went to Aztec with a friend, got sun poison and had all of these cold sores all over my lips. And it was horrible. So whenever I'm out like in the summer or even out in the sun period, I always have lip balm. I have it on my key ring. I have it in my purse. I have it everywhere. I had one lip balm and the lid was cracked. And I had it in my jacket pocket the night before and I must have dropped it. And I was like, crap. I'm like, I pray to God when we go to a port that I can find lip balm in a gift shop. I said, otherwise I'm going to have to be putting sunscreen on my lips like from the can. So when we were at Grand Turk, the guys are walking around and no lie, they were like, do you need any party favors? And I was like, excuse me? And they would be like, party favors, get high with the local guys. And I was like, oh, no, I don't need any party favors. I don't need drugs. Yeah. Because you got to be careful of what you bring back, on the ship and through customs and all that kind of stuff. But that night we went to the restaurant in the cruise ship and they had barbecue wild boar. It was actually really, really good. They always have some delicacy every night. Like one night they had rabbit. I can't eat a bunny. Another night they had snail. They had escargot, which we missed that one. I kind of wanted to try that. So that night, this is so funny. We went to karaoke again. And this little kid, this 10-year-old boy went up there and he must have sang 3 different songs. The one song, no lie. Now it's probably, I want to say 25 people in this hall for the karaoke. The kid, he's singing a song and he messed up in a part and he said, fuck, really loud. I said, oh, everyone was so shocked and speechless. And then we just all busted out laughing and were clapping. It was just, and his mom was just like, oh my God. It was, and then you should have seen the look on the host's face, the host of the karaoke, the cruise ship guy. He didn't know what to say. It was so funny though. It was one of the funniest moments. The cruise ship guy was like, "You just made my night," because it was so shocking to hear it come out of this 10-year-old boy's mouth. It was quite comical though. And every night also on the ship, so after the comedy shows, which were like at 11:15 at night, the pizza place was open. Excellent pizza. My favorite things on the ship were the coffee and the pizza. So there would be a huge line for pizza. And you got like a personal pan pizza. It wasn't like these big giant 16-inch pizzas. We got pizza every night except one night. It was so good. We looked forward to that. It became like a routine. So then Thursday, May 18th was my birthday. Bill gave me my present, which was a gold cross, which he said is actually an antique. He got it from a pawn shop. It's beautiful. I'll have to show you the next time you see me face to face. And we were at Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. And when we got off the ship and we went to the gift shop, they had the Panama Jack lip balm, and I was so grateful. I bought 2 of them. So I was so thankful to have lip balm once again. And so we just walked around there. There was a pool, but we didn't get in it. We actually stopped and had a drink at the bar. We walked around to the different shops. I was able to get vanilla, like cooking vanilla for Lacey that she wanted. So I was glad to be able to do that. And we weren't out there very long. And then we just came back on the boat. And Bill had actually ordered a birthday cake for me to be delivered to the restaurant, because we went and had a dinner at the restaurant that night. And I knew he had the cake because it came through our email. And I asked the guy, can we just have the cake brought to the room, because we didn't feel like sticking around after dinner to have the cake. And they were like, yeah, no problem. So 2 new comics also came on board on Thursday, and they were Spike Davis and Jersey. Hilarious. We liked all of the comics pretty much. The comedy shows are probably our favorite thing to do besides the karaoke. We don't sing. I just like to watch. And we did we do Deal or No Deal again? I don't think we did. No, we did do it because Bill wound up winning $60 in casino cash. So we did the Deal or No Deal again, which was a lot of fun. And then what did we do? The comedy shows, and then we got pizza. So we get back to the room, right? And the cake is there. So we lift off the lid, and the cake says, "Happy birthday, William Danielle." What? We laughed so hard because I was like, did they misunderstand when you ordered the cake? Like, it was just supposed to be my name. They had both of our names on it. Like, no. It was weird. But we had a good chuckle. And the cake was okay. We only had like one piece, and then they came. What was nice is if you had dishes in your room, you could just set them outside of your door on the floor, and they'll come pick them up. You could even have room service. You could even have food delivered to your room if you really wanted to. It was awesome. So the next 2 days, Friday and Saturday, we were at sea. Once we left Amber Cove, we were at sea and heading back to Baltimore. So on Friday, I'm trying to think what we did. Again, we went to the comedy clubs. We played in the casino all day Friday, all day Saturday for the most part. And we had a lot of fun. I mean, sometimes we would just sit at the table, and Bill met this really nice woman, Trish, who we talked to her throughout the whole trip. And yeah, I mean, there were times that I did win. I love slot machines. And we went to Deal or No Deal. We played bingo. Did he win anything at bingo? We didn't win anything at bingo. The bingo was fun, though. And then the last night, Saturday, we played $5,000 jackpot bingo. That would have been fantastic to win that. Somebody did win $800 though, not us. And then we watched one of the shows that they had called Epic Rock, and it was great. It was like music from the 70s and 80s. Just fantastic. And then they also had, what was nice was every day they put the itinerary. You had a little mailbox outside of your room. And they also put in the getting off the ship procedures. So the last night, I told Bill, I said, why don't we skip the comedy shows? We'll go to the Epic Rock show. And then we'll get pizza, we'll bring it back up to the room, and we'll get to bed early because we had to pack up all of our stuff. And we wound up checking our luggage. So to do that, you had to have your bag outside of your room between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. So we got back to our room at like 5 o'clock. We packed up all of our stuff except what we were going to wear the next day. And then we put our bag outside of our room. And it actually was pretty easy getting off the ship. Although Sunday, yesterday, we got off the ship, but we had to be upstairs we had to be out of our room at 9 a.m. And then we just had breakfast. They did serve us breakfast. So I had breakfast and I had coffee and I read my book for a while because they called you by floors to go out. And we got out of the boat, I want to say 10:30-ish. And our luggage was easy to find. That all went very well. My stepdaughter picked us back up. We were home by 11:15. And then yesterday was an exhausting day. So home by 11:15, and if you know anything about me, I want to get done all the stuff. So we got home, we unpacked our bags, started laundry. We had 3 loads of laundry to do. I went through all the mail, which I have a couple Diamond Art Club unboxings to do for you guys. And then I went to the grocery store. Now I'm off this week, and I'm so thankful because my boss is in Italy still. I don't go back to work till May 30th, so I'm very thankful to have this week off because just if anyone has been on vacation for any length of time, it's kind of like you need a vacation from your vacation. So last night when I got home from the store and did all of that, I was exhausted. Like I was go till about 2-3 o'clock. And then we had dinner, and when Bill went to bed, I did my nails and I was in bed by 9:30 and I didn't get up until almost 9 o'clock this morning. And I still feel like kind of out of it. Like I even looked it up online. There is a thing called vacation fatigue where you come home and you're trying to catch up on your life and get acclimated back into the real world. And so Jill messaged me this morning and she was like, welcome back. She goes, do you feel like the vacation was a dream? I'm like, it feels like we didn't even go on vacation. That's awful, isn't it? It's like, it just feels like we never even left. And my next vacation isn't until July when I go to the Floss Tube Retreat. And believe it or not, I mean, we are almost to the end of May. That's going to be here before we know it. But yeah, we had such a great time on the cruise. It was a good 8 days to spend with him. And it was much needed. So yeah, good times. So I came home and I had a whole bunch of, like I said, Diamond Art Club kits. I got the Evil Queen one and I'm trading with a subscriber because she got the round one and I have the square one. So I'll be shipping that kit to her. And I have 2 first looks to show you because because of Diamond Art Club, switching warehouses and all of that, I did not get the kits in time to do a sneak peek. One is the mystery kit that was a Hannah Lynn. I've never had a mystery kit before, so that's going to be an interesting one to unbox and look at. And then there's another one that I think was released last week that, again, I'll just have to do a first look. And then there is a kit that I actually bought the day that we left. I bought the Hannah Lynn, the mermaid. It's so pretty. But yeah, so I have some other videos to do. And I didn't do any stitching or any diamond painting last night. I hope to do some of that stuff today. once I'm done these videos. We will see. So I hope you guys all had a good week. This week I have a dentist appointment on Thursday, and I am taking Charlize driving on Wednesday and Friday. So I have to myself today, tomorrow, Thursday to get myself back into things. And like I said, it's great that Monday's Memorial Day here in the US, so I'm off work for then, but May 30th is my first day back. And it doesn't feel like I've had 2 weeks off of work. It doesn't feel like that. The time goes by so quickly. But I have some TV to catch up on. I know I have the next episode of Fatal Attraction to watch. That show is so good on Paramount Plus. So I know there's another episode of that, which I'm going to try to do some stitching tonight if I'm not too tired. But yeah. So like I said, I hope you guys all had a really good week and didn't miss me too much. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.